Hey guys, it is Tuesday here in West Virginia, so we're going to do a trucking Tuesday. And I know yesterday I told you guys I didn't have nothing, didn't expect nothing, because I actually thought my one truck that I had wanted very, very badly got lost in the mail because it just sat in Charleston, West Virginia for 10 days. And all of a sudden, this past weekend, they scanned it and they delivered it today. I was shocked. And I figured it was going to be smashed or something like that. It arrived in pristine condition. And that's why I have all these Sox and Martin cars out here in the background, because it goes in accordance with this truck. You may have heard me mention it in a couple of other videos, or not sure, but this piece is probably one of the nicest outside of that Stance Hunters Challenger I bought a couple, well, it's probably been close to 2 months ago. Um, and it was super nice. It was detailed to the extreme. These Chinese companies coming out are doing a super good job and selling their diecast at a very competitive price, especially considering that they're coming from China to the US and they're giving you free shipping on cars that they're only charging you $20 to maybe $30 for. So it's really, really hard to compete with that when you consider our American brand companies. I know our American brand companies are made in China, but they're distributed from the US, so that saves us on taxes and things like that. But anyways, this guy here is what I'm talking about. This is made by a company called Street Warrior. I thought this was going to be Street Weapon, and I think this is Street Weapon, just a different name on it maybe. Not sure why. I'm not sure if they are trying to save themselves from any lawsuits for licensing. I'm not sure if these are like copyrighted items. I'm not sure that this is an officially licensed item that they got permission from Sox and Martin to use their decal. Either way, I don't really care. To be honest with you. And there's not many of these out there. This is a very, very limited run. Not sure if you could see. I'll take it out in a minute and show you guys. But these are numbered and very, very limited. There's only 499 of these, not even 500. And I got to get it in the right light to see what number mine is. Mine is number, I think, 324. We'll look at it better once we get the case off and there's no glare and things like that on it. But it comes in an acrylic display case. They do take pride in the way that they package their items. I think a lot of these distributors on eBay that are from China work together. Not sure how true that is, but that's what I'm kind of coming to the conclusion of. But anyways, these are very, very nice. I don't know how else to even say it. It's probably the nicest 164th like single car hauler I've ever seen. I know there's a lot of really nice big rigs out there. I forget the names of some of them because I'm not really into them, but there's a lot of nice big like Freightliners, Kenworth, or Peterbilts, whatever they are, with the trailer that hauls like what, 8 cars on it or something like that. They're very, very well detailed, but for a single hauler that is a ramp back or just a flatbed, slide back, whatever it is, this is probably one of the nicest I've seen. This is as nice as the I forget the name of the company, but they collaborated with Mini GT. I think it's just Hong Kong Miniatures or something like that, for the LBWK Isuzu trucks, the ones with the slide back, and they are very nicely done. But this thing is just as nice as it, with the detail, and it's a classic Mopar truck. You don't really see these too often. So anyways, the Street Warrior box, and it's got like Ghost Player Simulated Alloy Automobile Model. So I'm not sure if Ghost Player is also on Street Weapon or not. But as I said, Street Weapon is the other one that sells this in either all red or all blue. This I just noticed about, well, when I ordered it, pretty much it was about I don't know, 3 weeks ago, and I noticed it when I was thinking about buying the red one or the blue one. And then this thing popped up, and I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta have that with Socks and Martin." And it's very nicely done. Even the blue, it matches a lot of the old school, like 118th cars from Socks and Martin. That medium, like poly blue, metallic. Um, and it looks basically like the 118th version of this truck made by, I don't know if it's GMP, something like that. But this thing is almost as detailed as the 118th. I mean, just look at all the details. You have your little door handles and the side boxes. Those are separate pieces all the way down to the last one here where the Plymouth logo is on it. And Supercar Clinic, Sox and Martin Racing, and Not for Hire, and then Burlington, North Carolina, where they were located. Your Dodge 300 emblem, raised marker lights, and we'll get it off the stand here in a minute and take a look at it. But the front grille is beautifully done. And yeah, as you can see, it's got that alloy plate mounted to the base. And it also says something about like Rocket Bunny down here, which is a Pandem name for like body kits. I'm not sure if they have something to do with this company, but it is has a lot of names on it here. It has your Street Warrior Ghost Player, and then the truck name 1970 Dodge D300 ramp truck. Then you have Rocket Bunny, and then 324 of 499. And let me go ahead and pop the acrylic lid off so I can take a look at the back of it. So let me zoom it, get it to zoom in. You can see the taillights are nicely detailed, and the plate says, I don't know if it's Big Ross or Big Boss. I think Big Ross. So I don't know if that's meaningful for the old Sox and Martin hauler or not. But as you can see, it does have slide out ramps. They're made of like an aluminum, a very thin aluminum. So that's something you would have to be very careful with. It does have a ball hitch on the back too, that you could hook another trailer to if you wanted to. And then just the paint, how well it's done is amazing. I thought I was going to find some paint blemishes, orange peel or something. There's nothing at all wrong with this model. The side mirrors, the structure, all the braces are there. It's beautiful. The mirrors, not the mirrors, but the wipers are there too. The little area, not what do they call it, but the base for the antenna is there. Like the antenna is down, obviously. And there's no opening parts, but still, who cares? And the wheels do turn. I did manage to just grab them and pull on them a little bit. The dually wheels with the 4 holes are accurate for this era of truck. You have your roll bar back here to protect the back of the cab in case the car goes too far forward. And then, if you notice, there's a few little holes here in the bed itself. Those are for your blocks. It even came with little plastic blocks, 2 sets of them, to block the car if you want to put a car on the back of it. So this thing is just amazing in every single aspect, and it is held on with Phillips head screws. I have not had this thing off of the stand yet. We're gonna do that right now and get him off for you guys. All right, so that base is off, and as you can see, it does have some decent detail on the base of it. Nothing exotic, but it is nicely detailed. It's put together with Phillips head screws. You can see the exhaust there. Are separate little pieces to give it more of a realistic look. It does have dual rear tires, which is cool. And they do roll pretty nicely too. Front, same thing. And you can see your leaf springs on the front. The base is plastic though. I will have to say that part. Which really doesn't matter to me. I mean, as long as it's well detailed and stuff like this, I can overlook it. This thing was only $26 shipped to the door. That's how much I paid for this one, and I've noticed that some sellers on there are even offering them cheaper than that. So, and it does look maybe a hair bit small for 164, but I don't know. There is a green light C30, which would be the same truck, pretty much, only a Chevy, and it's a 1970 also, I believe, and they're pretty similar in size. But Greenlight is also notoriously known for not being accurate with all their cars too. But the one thing I can do is take the Greenlight like D100 and put next to it, and that's like a 67 D100, and it looks pretty good sitting next to it, honestly. So I think it's pretty damn close to 164th in my opinion. Now the Hot Wheels Duster, Pro Stock Duster from of Stocks and Martin, sorry. If we put it on there, it looks pretty good on the back of it. Now, the car that I have that I think is a little bit underscaled, but it will look really good on it, is the 71 CUDA. Because it's just like that error correct. Even though the Johnny Lightning 71 CUDA is not perfect with its body lines and proportions, it still looks pretty good on there. This model specifically because of the Kragers and the Real Riders. Now, their 70 Superbird, on the other hand, does look really, really good. And that would also be perfect. It's the exact year of the D300. And they campaigned the car for, I don't know if it was for a season or just special events or what, but that looks really good together. I'm not putting those wheel trucks on yet. I will later after I figure out what I'm going to do with it, because something that's nice, you do want to keep it concealed in a display case so it doesn't get dusty, because it's going to be hard to dust this thing. And it is pretty heavy. The back part is plastic. The base is plastic. The cab, however, is all die cast and very heavy. And it has tons of separate pieces to make it look super realistic. The front end is beautifully done. Those rear ramps, however, they're nice. They look great. They're done in a thin, like aluminum, and it's really hard not to catch that because you got to hold them in if you tilt the truck, because they come out very easily. The Dodge emblem is actually different separate pieces. Each letter is a separate piece. That is awesome. The cab lights, marker lights look good. I think those are casted in. I think there's recessed areas that are casted in, but the cab lights, I think, maybe separate pieces, maybe not. No, I don't think so. I think they're painted, but still, that detail is very nice. So as I said, for the money, you can't beat it, considering the detail and such. And you can even find the all red or all blue ones a slight bit cheaper. I think you can get those for like 23 or 24 bucks shipped to your door from China. You have to be patient. Sometimes they get here quickly. Like my Challenger got here within, I think it was 11 days. This one took, I think, about 18 days to get here. But I'm going to order the Tor Red Challenger from Stance Hunters here this week. And then I may order another one of these in a different color. But the Stocks and Martin one is pretty cool. And I have a couple Stocks and Martin cars that could use a hauler. But anyways, I may just stick to the one. But they are very limited. So once people start seeing these and see how nice they are, they're going to start ordering them. So I would buy them up while you can. Being 499 pieces, that's less than a lot of chase cars made. So anyways, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back again on Friday for our Free It Friday. If something else pops up between now and then, yes, I will be back to show it to you. But if not, turn on your notification bell and count on us being here on Friday. Thanks for watching.